Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, first of all, I know I was going to do this video on Log of Sleep, and that will still be going on, but I feel like I've been doing a little bit too much Thorpe Park recently, so I thought I'd mix it up and do it a little bit about Chessington. But definitely expect that video to come out on Friday, because that's definitely going to come out. I feel like that'd be a good idea for a video. So, onto the video that we're doing today. So, yeah, I'm just going to be taking a look into the future of what could happen with Vampire. Whether it will obviously get refurbished, will it get a new paint job, is it going to close, all of that sort of stuff I'm going to be talking about in this video. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, definitely stick around. Talking of interesting stuff, if you haven't seen the rest of my channel, then definitely check it out. And also 100% subscribe, because I'm having videos come out every 2 days on the weekdays now. So yeah, definitely look forward to that. Obviously my next video will be about the abandoned log flume at Thorpe Park. And my whole channel basically is themed around theme parks and Merlin Entertainment. Now, if you don't know who Merlin are, they own people like Thorpe Park, Chessington, Alton Towers, all that sort of stuff. So if you're into that, definitely stick around. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is mainly the closure of the ride. Now, it's already had one big refurbishment. If you didn't already know, it's suspended underneath the track, something much like Nemesis, Alton Towers. But obviously it's a more kid-friendly ride, obviously. The seats you sit in sway side to side, which is one of the brilliant elements of the ride. But back when it first opened, this element wasn't there. You sat in a cart, normally, like you normally would on a roller coaster. There was no suspension. And you weren't underneath the track, but your legs weren't dangling. So it's already had one major refurb before, which leads me to think I don't think it will have one again. Now, it's going to be a lot of controversy here, but to be quite honest, I think Vampire has seen better days. Re-riding it last year, obviously haven't really been to Chessington this year, I've mainly been to Thorpe Park, but riding Vampire last year, it makes your head really hurt. Like, I could say the same about the Colossus at Thorpe Park. I can't see its lifetime being any longer than it already is. As new rides get developed, new rides start to come out, it will become very dated and rough, and it will be known as the bad coaster, as Colossus is named. And I really don't think Colossus is a bad coaster at Thorpe Park. It just really hurts my head. It smashes you about a lot, and that's exactly what happens here on Vampire, especially at the big money shot bit where you get the picture taken. That definitely does shake you a little bit, which can make for some funny photos, but a bad experience. But overall, I don't think they should completely rip out the track and everything and completely retheme it. If they're going to do something and like redo it, I reckon keep the track, maybe replace the track a bit, replace the carts, and just maybe give it a little retheme. And I think that would work really nicely in the Wildwood. Obviously, we saw the same thing happen to Bubbleworks, which is the Gruffalo ride now. Obviously, that was quite dated, and they just kept the same track layout and everything, and they just rethemed it. I think that's what Vampire really needs, and maybe a bit more new track. But let's lean towards on the side that we say that it does fully close and it's a completely new attraction. Now, obviously, this wood area of Chessington is pretty huge. There is a lot that they can have here. Obviously, it's more of a kid-friendly place, so if they're going to do maybe like a wooden coaster or something, I feel like could work pretty well at Chessington. But obviously, you've got to keep it in the same theme as like the woods theme, so I reckon it could be something like a wooden coaster in the woods. But this is planning way ahead. There's been no confirmation whatsoever that Vampire's going to close. This is totally speculation, and this is what I think could happen in the future. Obviously, this may not be the distant future. It may be very close. It could be far. We don't exactly know when something could happen to Vampire. It is pretty unpredictable, much like any theme park updates. Usually small minor updates to these parks come really late, just before it happens, so you won't have much time to think about it. That's why I do these videos nice and early and plan ahead. So yeah, I can't see this thing closing permanently just yet. I feel like they're going to wait until it's had its due and it's milked it a little bit. Because don't get me wrong, Vampire is still an absolutely brilliant ride, and I would say it was my first roller coaster, so that can be put as a label on that. So it is a coaster I hold quite to my heart, so I really hope they don't get rid of it, because it is a really amazing coaster. Right, so on to the next bit. So I've been thinking, I've been doing some stuff, and I'm thinking, what if Vampire stays exactly the same as it is now, with the exact same theme, with the exact same track, the exact same area, but just redone? And when I say redone, I don't mean to say, oh, a completely new theme. Keep the Vampire theme, but just re-theme it with that theme. That sounds really confusing, I know, but I can see something like that happening, keeping the vampire theme, but just maybe like doing some touches, maybe improving the ride layout or improving the smoothness of the ride. I feel like Vampire can benefit from something like that because it's an absolutely amazing idea for a coaster. The ride's just rough and the theming looks quite dated. Now a lot of people like the look of Vampire when it looks dated and old and dusty. Obviously it fits the Vampire theme, but I feel like if they refurbished, especially with the technology and the stuff they've got now, obviously it could be a lot better. Now I know they have been adding some minor things. They added lights that were on the floor last year, which were really, they're a small touch, but it was really nice. But I would actually love to see a massive refurbishment to this ride, just to show that Chessington still cares. Because I'm getting the sense that they're moving on to new things now. Obviously you had Tiger Rock opening last year. That was a complete refurbishment from Dragon Falls. But like I said, a lot of these refurbishments that are taking place at Chessington aren't changing the layout at all. They're keeping the exact same layout, just redoing it. So I can see the same thing. We see a little bit of a pattern. Obviously it's happened to Bubble, it's happened to Scorpion Express, it's happened to Dragon Falls. I can see if they're going to make this, I reckon they'll do it right, because most of the stuff they've redone has been very good the second time round. I've really thoroughly enjoyed the Gruffalo ride. I love the Tiger Rock experience. They're not bad rides just because they get refurbed. It just makes them better in most cases, or make them look more new and shiny. It's like saying if your car's all smashed up and stuff, you bring it into the workshop, they redo it, and it comes out looking all shiny and new. That is basically what happens when a coaster is refurbished. It's not the fact they think the ride's bad, it's just the fact they think it needs improvement. And I think that's what Chessington could really benefit off of with this ride. Now in terms of Chessington's actual future in the park itself, I'll do a separate video on that if you guys want. But I can't see them doing a refurb of this. I reckon they'll just add some new rides. I think they're gonna wait until it's properly had its run, and then they're just gonna come back and say, look, we're redoing it. So I can see something new coming to Chester within the next couple of years. Like I said, I'm really begging for a wooden coaster to go there because I think they could really theme that really well. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Make sure to comment down below any video suggestions because I will definitely take them into note. Also, subscribe if you like my content and obviously check out my other videos. So, see you later, guys.